in many companies, we find that lot of actions are taken in the name of flexibility, customer service, agility, etc. And the people who use these words, it makes them appear very noble and customer centric and all that. And those who don't support these actions, they are thought to be very bureaucratic and not interested in customer service and that kind of stuff. And many times these actions are actually damaging to the company. What are these actions? It could be something like material which is ready for one customer gets diverted to some other customer because that other customer called and requested for some urgent supplies. So it is customer service. Or material which is in WIP on the shop floor, it is cannibalized for making some other finished goods which are for another customer. Or there are priority changes. So while already there are a lot of orders in the backlog, some recently booked order, it jumps the queue and comes up first in the priority. So these kind of actions are taken for the sake of those particular customers, but people don't realize that these actions are happening by compromising deliveries to some other customers. And any kinds of rules and policies that the company tries to put in place, these people look at it as the company is trying to curtail their flexibility and agility and stuff like that. Now here it is important to understand what is happening. For example, let us say that there is a city, and for a moment let us imagine that it has absolutely no traffic rules. So drive on left side of the road, or traffic lights, or no entries and one ways, nothing is there. Okay, will this kind of situation lead to faster traffic movement or slower traffic movement? Okay, because do you realize that every rule is actually curtailing our flexibility? So when we are told drive on the left side of the road, it has partly reduced our flexibility. When we are told stop at red traffic light, again it is reducing our flexibility. At no entry, again it is reducing our flexibility. So every rule is actually reducing our flexibility. But if we take a case that, let's say I have to go to a place which is 10 kilometers away, and I am able to cover that distance today in 15 minutes, but I have to go a little longer route because of certain no entries and some traffic lights in between, and it takes 15 minutes. Now I might think that if all these rules are not existing, I will go via a different route and I will reach there in 7 minutes. So you see, because of these rules, and they are curtailing my flexibility, and that is why I have to take a longer route and it takes 15 minutes. But the point is that if these rules are not there, the thought that I will reach in 7 minutes is wrong. Because if I am trying to take a shortcut, many other vehicles on the road would be doing the same thing, and it is going to land up in a chaotic situation with traffic jams and stuff like that, because of which I may not even reach, forget 15 minutes, I may not even reach in half an hour or 1 hour. So these traffic rules are essential for the entire traffic to move much faster. And without these curtailing elements, many people would have difficulty in reaching places on time. So we have to be very careful about how much flexibility should be there in the system. Too much flexibility is also not good. On the other extreme, too much bureaucracy is also not good. We have to be somewhere in the middle. Yes, it's a matter of opinion. It's a little bit subjective that how much curtailing of flexibility is good. But it is important to have this in mind that some curtailing is required. And if somebody is for rules and systems, it does not mean that that person is not interested in customer service and not sensitive to customer requirements and agility and all of that. In fact, those rules are going to help the company to become agile and give much better customer service.